As the world becomes smaller, and as we communicate and interact with peoples the world over, including the tribal folks, and as we gain a new respect for these tribal insights and wisdoms, there's going to be more and more interaction with those peoples. And of course, lots of things happen. Number one, of course, it changes the quote unquote natural native tribal world, if it ever was truly natural and native in that idealized way we think of it. But nonetheless, it will inevitably become some sort of hybridization with the West. And probably when the dust settles, I think, because I'm an optimist, to the benefit of both sides of that equation. And then there'll be, one whole, society. At that point, I think the idea of compensation for extracting plant allies or chemicals from plant allies, for that matter, will become moot, because the powers that be will incorporate all those peoples. In the interim period, in the transitionary period, right now, in other words, there's certainly an extractive aspect of it. The entire nature, I think, of Western society is this analytical, breaking down of, extracting of, identifying the power parts and pulling it out. We've done it with, coal and steel and oil, and, we do it with plants as well. We even do it with people, as we apply them to certain tasks of society. So there'll be some sort of transaction, some sort of compensation, I imagine, some sort of two-way street where we get benefit and we provide some other sort of benefit, more physical or monetary type of benefit. But ultimately, though, I think ultimately it's hard to think of it in that sort of transactional way, because I think the plants in the West and in the tribal environments, and the knowledge is something that benefits all of society and makes us all more mature and more sensitive, more loving to our neighbors. So there's those benefits that are sort of inherent in the process of transfer. I don't want to idealize, that and say that that's enough, because there is an extraction. The direction of the movement of these plants goes from tribal to Western. Perhaps there's a way to empower the tribe to have some sort of, translating that traffic into some sort of benefit to them as they integrate into the rest of the global society.